Hello everybody, it's EzraTime again here. Welcome back to another review video. And today we are going to be reviewing a movie called Creed 3. Now, I'm a big fan of the Rocky Balboa series, obviously, starring Sylvester Stallone, and I'm a fan of the Creed series as well, although I didn't exactly watch Creed 1 and 2 on theaters because back in the day, I haven't watched, any Rocky Balboa movie, and then I didn't even know what is this movie. But like last year, I think that's where I decided to watch the Rocky movies, all of them. Well, except Rocky 5 because I heard that movie wasn't that good. And then in kind of like preparation for Creed 3 because I know that this movie is coming like this year, and that's why I decided to give the series a chance. And yeah, I'm loving the Rocky series, and I'm loving the previous two Creed movie. I know that not a lot of people like Creed 2, I think, because like maybe it's too formulaic or something like that, right? Because that movie is a direct sequel to Rocky 4. It's like Creed. But I still like it. I do think it's entertaining, and I was happy to see this movie. Because again, it says I really love the message with the Rocky movies. That they're always inspiring people. Like to always try and like just always working hard. That you always going to achieve your goal, and that message has been carried so many times in the movie, and I think it's great. And now of course like the movie itself is like really really well made. So I'm really hyped to see this movie because there's something new coming out in I know February and March, so well, what can you do, right? So I decided to go watch this movie because I'm a big fan and I'm honestly loving this movie a lot, and it's a directorial debut by Michael B. Jordan, obviously, and I think Michael B. Jordan does a great job directing the movie and of course like playing Adonis Creed. I think he's still amazing at the role. And obviously you got Jonathan Majors, who obviously we might know him from Marvel. He plays Kang, but I personally was done with Marvel, so I don't exactly see Ant-Man and was it Ant-Man 3, like I didn't actually plan to watch that, to be honest. But I did see Jonathan Majors on the Loki series, and I think when he was being funny, it was like, yeah, I think he's really good at being funny, and then seeing him in this movie, I think he's a great actor in my opinion, like he managed to be this like deceiving character that when he finally fully revealed himself, it was like amazing in my opinion. I do wish we could see him more on that side, but at the same time, like I don't know, I feel like it's pretty effective to see his like other side. I think it's amazing. And obviously Creed and then Jonathan Major's character I think Damien or Diamond. Basically their rival, or like wasn't rival, but like their childhood friends, but something happens in the past, and then eventually that gets he came back many years later to basically have revenge to Creed, Um, and I think this is a great intense drama, and storyline as well. And obviously the fight scene, and oh man, the fight scene is actually really really well filmed in my opinion. And I think Michael B. Jordan does talk about how this movie was influenced by anime like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Now here's the thing, I haven't watched much of Naruto. I only watched the first 17 episodes of Naruto. I'm loving it, but there is just so many episodes to go, so I'm just like, okay, I gotta take a break, and I haven't continued that ever since, but I plan to in the future. I'm loving it. And so as for Dragon Ball, he talks about Dragon Ball Z, and I watched the first Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z, right? There's like two series, I think. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, so I don't exactly know how accurate the influence from Naruto and Dragon Ball Z is, but I will say this though. I watch many animes, I watch many shonen animes, and then you can see sometimes the fight scene where the character was like super laser focused, and then all the sun's just gone, or like maybe they fight in a giant stadium, and then eventually like you only see the two characters like fighting, like focusing on each other, or like analyzing every single movement in the slow motion, and you definitely get that in the boxing sequences in this movie, and I do think that's amazing. That's there's your anime influence. I really really like that a lot. I think it's great. It's really really well filmed. It's probably the best film like fight scene among all the Creed movie. Even though I think I mean the first movie has that one long take, which is amazing. But I feel like this might be the best one because well it has an anime influence on it. So it gets to be dramatic at times, and I do think the storyline really elevates that a lot. I know that this is just basically um revealing something from the past, despite the fact that he never mentioned Dame from the first two movies, which yeah, but at the same time, like many movies done that, like they going back to the past and eventually reveal something, so I have no problem with that. And I do think that element is really handled that well, because I think Michael B. Jordan and then Jonathan Majors is a great actors. They would really great as Creed and Dame, and that's why I really really enjoyed their chemistry. I really enjoyed their drama. To uncover obviously, and most importantly, I enjoyed the fight scene a lot. And of course, Creed 3 is the first movie without Rocky Balboa. Sylvester Stallone. I think there is some issue with Stallone. With the studio or like the producer, where apparently he doesn't own the character Rocky, which is like really really just sad to be honest. Because Stallone literally wrote and created that character. And he was part of that franchise for so many times. Like a long time ago, and now it was revealed that he doesn't have the rights anything, like he doesn't have any rights to the Rocky Balboa franchise, I think, or like the characters, and it just sucks, like to see how Hollywood industry works sometimes. But that's the reality of the situation, and I definitely miss the Rocky Balboa presence. But I do think this is a objectively better choice, maybe, because again, this is like a Creed movie. This is about adoniscreed. It's not no longer about Rocky Balboa. Because the first two movie, like the first one is about Creed, and then Creed 2 is like I said before, it's like Creed 2 is about like a direct sequel to Rocky 4, except with adoniscreed in the well as the main character, and you got even Dolph Lundgren back as Ivan Drago. And again, speaking of the Drago sons, Victor Drago, well, he returns in this movie obviously, and then well, he becomes brothers with Creed, and I do think this is a great chemistry between the two of them. I mean, you don't see a lot of them, but you see some of them, and I do heard that there's a Drago movie that actually been developed, so hopefully that actually come to fruition. I know that Sylvester Stallone doesn't exactly want that Drago movie to be made, because it was unnecessary. But after seeing their small chemistry here between Creed and Drago's sons, Victor, I kind of want to see the Drago movie about Victor Drago, because I do think it's a good character, and I want to see more of him, And I really like the actors that play him, which is Florian Munteanu, I think. Like Florian does a great job, portraying Victor Drago, like this sympathetic character that I really kind of wait to see the spin-off if that was greenlit. But yeah, I think this is a great music as well, by the way. I think this is yeah, it's great, and I think if you guys are a big fan of the Rocky franchise and then the Creed franchise as well, then I recommend you guys to go watch it. I do think this is a great movie, well directed, by a first-time director Michael B. Jordan. Great performance as well, by Jordan and Majors, obviously. The fight scene is amazing in my opinion. It's really well shot. It has some anime influence in there, so if you're a big fan of anime, then you might like it even more, like I do. I find it super dramatic and super fun to watch. Great music, great drama, great storyline, and great writing. So I really like it. So I highly recommend you guys to go check it out. For the third movie. I don't know if they're gonna make a. I think there's a talk they're gonna make another fourth movie. So okay, I do think this could be just a trilogy. But I feel like when something is so successful, you're gonna want to continue them. Which I'm really curious to see where they're gonna go with Creed's storyline here, because I feel like they could like easily conclude here. With Creed 3. But I guess we'll see what happens in the future, because I do think Creed 4 is a possibility, and also the Drago movie spin-off that still in development apparently. So we'll see what happens about that. But yeah, guys. So what do you guys think about this movie? If you guys already watched it, what do you guys think about this movie? Do you guys like it? Do you guys maybe didn't like it? You guys can share your opinions in the comment section below. And for those who haven't watched it, then well, go watch it. In March 3rd, I think that's where the movie plays. And if you guys enjoyed this review, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, usual stuff. You guys can support my channel even further by clicking the join button below. And if you guys yeah, stay tuned for more videos in the future, guys. And again, I really hope you guys enjoy this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Then, bye.